When I was young, this was way before I even thought about doing YouTube. But yeah, when I was young, and before I even thought about YouTube or even thinking about doing a YouTube channel, I was a very energetic, fun, and loving kid. I loved hanging out with my friends. I loved helping people. I was just a big bundle of everything, wrapped up into one human being. And I think the way I was still plays a role in who I am now, today, as a person.
Can't really say much because he hardly came from school. But I do know a couple of things, and I do walk past him. He doesn't care what other people say about him. I didn't hear what some of his students say over there. Self-centered, he's very open about things, and just likes to be himself.
What was interesting about me was probably...
I believe we were in the same class, if not somewhat close to it, but I've known him since we were wee lads, before even the Zipster was a concept.
Was probably my personality, because it was just out of the box. Let's just put it that way.
Even though he maybe cringe, he was very fun when you get to know him.
I don't know, he's just such a cool guy. He stood out. He really had a charismatic feel to him. He was just intellectually above everyone else. I mean, I viewed him as very unique and a very special individual.
When I first started YouTube with my very first YouTube channel, which was Zack Attack.
Some of the highs were a great friend, a brother could be a word used. If you needed help, he was always there for you. He was always someone to talk to. He was my rock, per se. And then some of the downfalls would be, I would say that because everyone loved the Zipster, per se, one could argue that maybe not everyone would be available to his resources and his assets.
I'm gonna be honest, it was not what I had in mind, not what I actually wanted to do for a YouTube channel. It wasn't what the plan was. And so, but in a way,
good things was how funny the video was, how much he really wanted to go out there and test himself and make content for others to watch. Bad things was he could have got comments nowadays, but after he was young and he was learning. Can't really be mad about that. To me, he was just trying to have fun. To others, it depends on how they take it. He really doesn't care what people say and think.
It was interesting the stance he took and how he did it. Not a lot of people would have stood up in front of the class and danced and performed their heart out for no reason. I mean, it really boils down to the love of the passion. It really does boil down to the passion, because
it was a really big opening into what was to be expected. It was an introduction. We'll just put it that way. An introduction into what was going to later become a worldwide and popular thing. Got rid of that channel.
It was an introductory to the Zipster. It was a very early on Zipster. One could argue that it was a pre-Zipster, like a prima donna in a sense.
I was expecting more funny videos and all that. Instead of on TikTok, it's not so much on YouTube though. I do see more dance videos. Yeah, I guess we can expect that. No comments or anything, so you just may know what to do. So you just keep on coming out with more of the dance videos.
And then we started fiddling around with this new one called the Zipster. Didn't get popular at first, but then it slowly started to.
Had a very big impact. People remembered him as the Zipster.
Instead of being called Zach, I started being called Zipster throughout school. And at first, it caught me off guard, like, did they just say my name?
To me, I get why. Then we took over when people kept on calling him the Zipster instead of this. He was very open-minded with what to do. But it came out pretty good. Many people started to react around him. It was like an electric wave going to one another. It was like a chain reaction. But knowing that most people, they let the popularity get to their heads, so they end up hanging out with more of the, as you might say, popular kids instead of actually hanging out with actual people that really did care.
Didn't take it too much at first, but then I started hanging out with more of the popular kids.
And he started listening to the popular kids way more than anyone else intended. He wasn't really talking to others.
Instead of listening to my friends who actually really knew the real me, more cared about what the popular kids thought, what they wanted for a new YouTube video. I was more being the Zipster than my actual true self, and that's what really took a toll on me.
To the popular kids and open-minded to them.
Now, high school shows up. Fresh start, right? I had to overcome a lot of obstacles, which the biggest one for a celebrity or anyone is still being known. But I think I really did what I did. I showed who I was, my true self, not the Zipster self. I showed my talents, my skills, my personality.
I would say so. It really did improve.
I met someone that I really wish I never had met. I met a lesson instead of an actual person. And that really took a toll on me.
see, it probably took a very big toll, but the fact he didn't really listen to his best friend probably took a bigger toll on him because his friend was looking out for him and he could just shrug it off and went on his day. But all I know was that she was very manipulative and wants to cause havoc around his family and her family and make them clash. So it wasn't very good, but you can say whatever, but you wouldn't even care because after all it's in the past. But still, he was not talking about as much, and he was himself about other people. So, in a way, kind of change him, but he still tried to overcome it.
Who is the Zipster? A lot of people have asked. It's basically just me. Just a different side of me. The Zipster is more the cool, fun side, where the real me is that, but it also has its serious moments, its ups and downs. And the real me is just a true friend, where the Zipster is still a true friend, but he has more, I shouldn't really say this because it sounds wrong, but he has more quirks, in a way. But I love doing what I'm doing, and I'm still going to continue doing what I'm doing, no matter what anyone says, what they think, or whatever type of comments they can make. If you want to leave some comments down saying, "Oh, the Zipster, you should quit because you're getting too old for this social media shit," well, guess what? That's what you think. I'm going to continue until I'm in a wheelchair. We'll just put it that way.
Most people come whatever. Me, he is a strong willed. He will walk through obstacles, overcome them. And he always finds words and always use them to talk to people. And he also doesn't hold back on his words. He's 100% truthful. He doesn't try to sugarcoat things.
I think he was able to overcome fear, and he was very adventurous, and he's willing to take risks. I would definitely say that his personality became more ferocious and goonified. And what I mean by that is that basically you had more of a I'm trying to look for the right word. Your character is really showing. Your true self was showing. And sure, in middle school we all had our triumphs and downfalls, but overall I think you used a lot of those as learning opportunities, and I feel like you definitely capitalized on those faults, and you became what you are today, and that is the Zipster.